Okay. Do you want to put your headphones on?
Yes.
Are you gonna sit like that?
I don't know. Right now, I feel very antsy. I'll adjust.
Okay. I mean, you can sit like
live.
that. That's absolutely fine.
You gotta tell me how. Can you tell me how I look?
You look beautiful.
Marvelous, wonderful.
Glorious. Are you gonna be leaning forward like that?
Am I leaning forward?
You are like.
Did I even move at all?
You did. It's
Okay.
like very small.
Okay.
How's that?
I think it's good.
It's as good as it's gonna get. Hold on.
Ba-da-ba.
You want to finish your jingle? Go ahead. Bye-bye. Okay. Ready? Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back, friends. Anything.
I did not rehearse this part.
Yeah, this is why I'm like partially nervous as well, because I feel like, but what am I going to say? But what am I going to do? How's it like? It's been so long since we've recorded. I think our last episode came out
In September 2023.
Not
even last year.
Not even last year. And that is terrifying to think about because it means that we've had a year and a half
Yes.
of saying nothing, of not setting up, of not. This is you guys. There's a lot of things going on here. We're now trying to get into like social media stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So I had it set up and I was like, what cable goes into where? I completely forgot.
Yeah. I haven't learned this yet, and maybe I will 6 months down the line
Okay.
to be back up to you in case
Okay.
you're ever out of the office.
Out of the office and you just
No.
want to record a solo episode?
Yeah. No,
Cool.
I never could. I would stress.
You really would.
Yeah. Anyways, oh my gosh. What's your name?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, my name is Bridget. I was like, is this a bit?
My name is Brittany.
Yes.
We are neither funny nor original.
You're going to need to speak up a little bit.
This is literally how I talk.
Okay. It might be the microphone, the way that I'm hearing
do
it
feel
right
like
now.
it is
But then when we
muffly.
play it back, it's like fine.
Okay, if it's muffly, that's not really who I am.
You guys, she's
I'm
a
more
muffle
than
queen.
that. I'm more than that. I hope I didn't do anything to my phone because I went off on Do Not Disturb here because I thought I needed to click on the laptop, but then I put it back on. But that wouldn't do anything to the phone with recording, right?
No, it shouldn't. We will see.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to
Guys,
open check?
bear with us because we are coming back to this.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a while. Brief overview of who we are for new listeners. We are
NFNO, neither funny nor original.
yes, married to each other for 8 years. I think it was 8 years last year, right?
2017. Math.
Ooh, yes, because 8 plus 8 would be 6, and this is 2025.
Okay.
So yes, we've been married for 8 years. We've been together. How long have we been together?
Since 2011.
Okay, however many that is. We've been together like what, 13 years, maybe.
12, going on 13, I think.
I don't know. Do the math. It's not our strong suit. But we started this in 2018, and then we launched the shop portion of Neither Funny Nor Original in 2022. And when we launched the shop part, which is like, it was more like a website really, and it's our online shop, so it's like some stationery stuff, art, prints, posters, cards. What, Bridge?
You said stationary.
Hobby horse. And like pins and stuff. And then we didn't really market it. We kind of just, we didn't give up on it. We just didn't market it. We didn't know how. And we were also trying to like not put our identity out there.
We were still trying to be very incognito.
Yeah. Because I'm convinced that someone might murder me.
Just paranoid.
Yeah. And so, I feel like we just didn't really do a good job with marketing. So anyways, we always wanted to come back to the podcast. We just didn't know when or how. September 2023, we went back to California. We're in Washington State right now. Probably be leaving soon. Hopefully in a year. We will know later. But
It's a lot of gravitas.
But we intended to take a very quick break because I went to California September 2023 to help my grandma recover from surgery. Then when we got back last January, my grandpa had passed away. And then so we're like, okay, we'll come back like in a few months. And then around summertime, when we were like, okay, we're really going to come back this time.
Come back to NFNO.
Yeah, come back to the podcast. And my other grandpa passed away in September of last year. So then September of last year, so actually October of last year, we went back to California. We're there since this January.
Yeah, mid-Jan.
And then now we're like, okay, we have no excuses. We need to come back because we've always had the intention to come back. We just haven't prioritized it. And there's been a lot of things that have been going on. So, but we've been here for a bit. So our podcast established in 2018 and it's almost
10 years.
Well, what's that? 8 years though? 7 years?
8 years.
It's a long time. And this would be our 73rd episode.
It's like 10 episodes a year.
Yeah. And you know what? It's so funny because I still think like, well, obviously we love it if we keep coming back to it.
Yeah.
Because we don't get paid for it. We just do it for fun. And so we're here.
Yeah. It kind of, we had a lot going on in our personal lives that we were learning how to manage, and individually and then also together. So it never felt like completely right to come back into NFNO. But I don't know. We started talking about just the things that we love and the things that we want to come back to, which kind of brings us around to the topic of this episode. This was just like a brief reintroduction where we've been, but we really wanted to talk to you guys about deciding not to give up on ourselves, because this business has been such a... That was a really loud swallow.
You always really have sorry. Mouth sounds.
And yet she doesn't love my ASMR.
No, I
don't. It's been such a passion for us, and such like we talk about it literally every single day. There's not a day that goes by where we're not like thinking of some kind of idea or like, oh, we should talk about this. And then before we know it, like so much time passes and we're like, well, that's not even how we're feeling anymore, or what we're thinking about, or what's kind of taking our focus. So I don't know. It's just, it's good. This is the year that we decided to just stop giving up on ourselves.
Agreed. And with that, we'll do our word of the day.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I missed a whole section.
No, it's fine. I also, we're going to get back into it.
So we're crusty. Okay?
We really are. So usually we have a quick little catch up, which is what we did right now. Quick little catch up for you. And then we do a word of the day mostly because I want to expand my vocabulary. And my wife is more of a reader than I am. So she's always hitting me with some really great words. And a lot of them is like in the UK, like British vocabulary. I don't know if that's it is like they do have their own. So I'm like, I need to learn too. I need to be better about that. So that's why we do a word of the day. It's no other reason just to help us with our own vocabulary skills, our language skills. And then also to help with my wife not cussing so much. I'm pushing her to be more creative
with call me out, bro.
Look at it's just we still cuss. We enjoy a good cuss word, but my wife is, if we're ever gonna grow a family, I don't really want our 2-year-old dropping some F-bombs around.
I mean,
there's a time and a place for it.
Yes.
So the word of the day, and then we kind of go into like the chit chat, and then we have recs at the end, like recommendations for the week, things we've been loving, and then we sign off. So that's what you can expect here. like a 5 o'clock news. Well, no, I mean, I just want them to know because maybe there's new listeners and stuff, and sometimes you're like, well, what are we doing here? What's going on?
What's the point?
I like to know. I think being in so many meetings with work, what are we doing? What's the agenda here?
True.
What are we sitting through?
Okay. Whereas I pick an audiobook based off of cover, and I don't know what's going on.
I hate that. I hate watching movies without seeing the trailer. I hate reading books without knowing the context of what it is. I have to know a general sense of it. So that's a general sense. Word of the day I chose is not very, I don't think it's a unique word or like a crazy word. I think we all know it. It's, I actually chose resilience because I thought it was a bit on point with what we're talking about today.
Good choice.
And the definition is the ability to adapt and recover from difficult situations. An example in a sentence is, what was that?
That was the dog. We live in an apartment complex. Deal with it. And now
And
it's
Maple's
our
just
dog.
like, yeah,
Like
she's sleeping.
laid out, but
The sentence is, the rescue workers showed remarkable resilience in dealing with the difficult conditions. I got 2 quotes for you.
okay.
One actually uses the word Maple, please.
She just wants to be part of it. She's such a pick-me girl.
She really is. Ew. So you're mad dogging me. I got 2 quotes, okay?
Okay.
Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient, which I thought was really great because I think sometimes, I know personally for me, I'm like, is life going to get better? The answer is probably no, but we will get better. And I think that is great to remember. Then a bonus quote, which does not use the word resilience, but I thought kind of captured us in this business. Enthusiasm is common, endurance is rare. And I thought that kind of sums up why we've been doing this for about 8 years and why we're like on episode 70 something and Jodie Comer still isn't following me. And I think that a lot of it is, it's like we're excited. We can't wait to come back. And we have really great conversations off air. And we're like, we need to come back because, oh, this would be so great to talk to our friends about. And then it's like, but then the couch is calling us. Yeah. And, you know, it's
Wait, can you tell me that quote again?
Enthusiasm is common.
Uh-huh.
Endurance is rare.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
I'm going to absolutely butcher this, but there was like an Instagram reel that I saw where she was, or maybe it was a YouTube video where she's talking about a quote that she heard, but basically saying like, being average consistently is better than being great sporadically. And that has also been playing in my head the past like week or so. Like we've been planning this comeback, and listen, this will happen. We got snowed in a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
And we've been like really like we hunkered down and said, okay, this is what we need to, this is what we want to focus on. This is what we need to do. This is what we want to accomplish. And it's kind of just been like one thing after another, encouraging us to come back and like, hey, it's not that hard. Hey, it's not that difficult. Hey, you can actually do this. And that is like, we met up with someone who told us, I just forgot what he told us.
It's like that reel or whatever I sent you yesterday when it's like when you try to tell your significant other something about the book. Yes. And then like you completely blank. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like,
but he just told us like, suck at it. Like just post it, suck at it. And like, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. That you're going to suck at first and maybe you might suck for a long time. I don't know. But it's okay for it to be terrible and it's not meant to be perfect. And also that it's our thing. So at any point we can say it's not working this way. So it's not working for you guys to do word of the day at the beginning. So maybe we'll slap it at the end. Like all these different things of like, all these different things that it's like, oh, it's an easy fix. And for me, a perfectionist, it's like, oh, no. We have to get it right the first time.
Yeah.
Or no time.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that for sure, I really want us to, for the business, Neither Funny nor Original, which obviously it's us. So it's you individually, me individually, but just to be more consistent. And I know for myself, I will get really obsessed and focus on something. And 2 days later, I'm over it. Yeah. This has not been that at all.
It's been there consistently
in the back burner, on the back burner, but it has been there. And then at other times it has been more in our face. And I think that just comes with consistency. So it's every week we're recording, even if we didn't feel up for it. And I think that is what is going to win, what is going to help us in winning at this is, and we don't feel like it, and we have no motivation, like it can't be left to those things. And I think that's for everything right now. I'm also trying to do this new thing where I wake up early. And so we live here in Washington State, and coming from California, it's been a huge big change for us. And
big mistake.
Yeah. Is that a real?
It's from a movie. Oh, Pretty Woman.
I've never seen that. I know. I need to see it.
Oh,
Is that
my mom
is that
would
going to
kill
be in a?
you.
What's your mom
I
doing
know.
watching that?
It's like one of her favorite movies. Listen, that and Honey, and she's on it.
Is
Okay.
the Pretty Woman one where she throws her backpack?
What?
Yeah. Is that Richard Gere?
Yes.
I saw a scene where Julia Roberts.
Oh, on the piano?
No, she's doing it on the piano too. Okay. Yeah. See, this is why I'm pretty sure we need to go back to when that movie came out and then get the hospital records for women who went in there with messed up spines trying to do that. We need to play the clip because I've seen a clip where she's sitting on him or something and she throws herself back. And I thought I could never.
Yeah. But yes.
What was I saying?
I'll show you. Big mistake. Not big mistake, but just a lot very different.
This is what happened. You do one thing. But now I don't even remember.
It's been a big change. Good Lord.
Oh yes.
It's been a big
Okay.
change. You're trying to wake up earlier because it's very gloomy.
Because coming from California, I thought that I'd be okay without the sun. I'm not. And so now it's like, okay, well, it's always going to be dark here, so I guess I'll just always be sleepy. I can't be like that. So Bridge had got me that one clock that is like the sun.
Like it simulates the daytime, little birdies to wake you up.
So I've been getting up early, and that is something else because I'm always like, well, I'm tired. And I always expect myself to, when I wake up, like my eyes will just be wide and then like the birds will chirp. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so great. Let's like just start the day. Because I think that that's what morning people must feel. And like my mom was even telling me, I'm still tired when I wake up. You know, are people like, you still feel a general sleepiness when you wake up. But I thought that, oh no, I have to not feel that way.
And your mom has done like a solid, 30 years of being an early riser?
Yes. And she also did tell me, she's like, you're never going to be a morning person, just like her husband's never going to be a morning person. But I could be, I could start, like, there's people that are just naturally that way. And she's like, you can't force yourself to be naturally something that you're not. True. If it doesn't come easy to you. Yeah. But you could start a schedule. And then you could still do like remedies to help you. So at night, you know, do the tea, help you go to sleep, have a good night's sleep. Like you can do all these things to help you get up early and be a morning person in that way, but like not a natural kind of, oh, I'm up at 4. Let's start the day.
Not Ella Enchanted. What's her name from Enchanted?
Isn't it Ella? No. Are you talking about the other Enchanted?
Yeah. Redhead Enchanted.
Amy Adams Enchanted. Yes. I don't even know what her name is.
I don't know. Anyways, but you know how she like wakes up.
Yes. I love that movie actually.
It is a favorite.
So what do you have to add to that?
I am not a morning person and I have not been getting up with her. But I do wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Okay, I didn't mean for that. I just meant like what I was meaning. I was wanting to start this new schedule. Yeah. And I would like to be a morning person to start my day early. Why? I have to have a why for that too. I think that's important when you want to get up early. Very big for you. To have me time. So I journal, I do my devotion, which is, I forget the name of the book, but it's like a meditation type of book. It's not the Bible. Sorry, parents.
Sorry, Mom.
And just something to kind of like center me, and not in a way of like where I feel like that automatically kind of makes you think like, oh, like who is she? Like, is she that kind of girl? I don't know. Like, you know, the vitamin section in Whole Foods, the way it smells, and you're like, what is that smell?
Are you trying to say you're not an almond mom?
I'm not. What is?
It's like where you like eat all natural and like.
Not yet. I might get there one day, but not yet. But I am just trying to incorporate healthier habits
to make you hate your life less.
Yes. And so, but back to the point is that one, I had my why. I'm getting up early for more me time, not to start work early. And then 2, I'm always going to probably be tired. So it can't be based off of motivation or how I feel when the alarm goes off. It's about consistency. Yeah. Which is the whole enthusiasm. Like last week, oh, I'm going to get up early because I'm going to be a morning person. By week 3, I could be, you know what? I don't think I need to be one, but I've gotten back so much just getting up early. So it's just the consistency part and getting distracted or getting caught up in, well, I don't really feel like that anymore. Like my hyperfixation is gone. Like my hyperfixation to be a better person is kind of like on the wayside now.
It's waning.
Yeah. What about you though, babe?
Yeah, I would love to do this waking up early to get time back for you.
Again, it's not about you, Bridge. I'm not trying to call you out.
Saying. I think what has changed a lot for me is my perspective on things, and being, you know, where Brittany says like, you know, it's the enthusiasm and like all this stuff. I want to be less of like a firecracker, because I would rather like have the longevity of it all and be able to do this for the next 10 plus years and like feel so my passion matches my exertion. I don't think I'm using that correctly, but my passion matches my efforts basically. Where like I have realized that passion is not what sustains you. It cannot motivate you to do everything you want to do every single day. I think it's a great like fire starter in a lot of ways. And it's like, yes, I'm so passionate about this. I'm going to talk about it all the time. I'm going to think about it. But at some point, at least in my life, that's where it ends. It's not with me throughout the 8 hours that I'm at work to really get me through. So that way, when I'm out of work, I'm able to come in and like put in another 4 hours of, you know, social media, of editing podcasts, of editing videos and doing all this stuff. That has not worked for me. And I think what I would like to do though is continue to feel this passion, but actually put like a schedule behind it. So that way I know what I'm doing, what I need to focus on, because again, that list gets very long, very fast. Yeah. And we have to-do lists all over the house in physical form, in electronic form, in whiteboard form. And it's just 10 different lists of like 20 different tasks. And it's very overwhelming. So what I've been trying to work on is like, okay, Britt needs this from me by this date. That's another thing that we had to work out in our marriage too, because she'd ask me for help and then give me like nothing to go off of and what she needs help with, is like as in like specific tasks. I'm a very much tell me specifically what you need and I'll work it out. I'll figure it out. But we had to work out, okay, she needs help with X, Y, and Z. Okay, great. I'm going to tackle this today. I tackle that today. I got this tomorrow. Well, now it's like, okay, business wise, I have my 7-day week. This is what I need to do on each of those days. That has actually been very helpful as well.
I think too that even the idea of after work, and you know how you said the 4 hours. By the way, I was listening to you. I was trying to figure out how to make my computer not go black, but I don't know how to do that, so it's fine.
You have to adjust the sleep.
I tried. I don't know what I'm doing. So, anyways,
I'll help you.
Okay. This is the kind of help I need from Bridge IT. I think that overwhelms me too, because I think every day after work, I need 4 hours of hardcore creative time. And then when you suggested, well, what if we did a batch of creating videos, like short reels and stuff on like one of the days, and then a different day we maybe work on, I don't know, maybe personal stuff. Yeah.
Or, because I had
like breaking it up that way, versus I feel like when it's the 4 hours after work, it's like, okay, hour one is this.
The creation, the execution, the polishing, the publishing. That is a lot.
All in one day? Like how?
I don't know how these people do it.
Also every single day after work, I don't know really how I'm going to feel or what kind of day I've had or the meetings. And because of that, I'm not sure really where my creativity is at that point. But if I'm consistent, then I know like every day after work, I am doing something for this. But maybe I'm feeling really down, so I can do technical stuff because that's okay.
Low effort.
Yes. But then other days where I feel great. I had a really great day at work.
I feel inspired. I feel great.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna write a newsletter.
Yeah.
And it not being so much of like, because I feel too like I had to hit every mark every single day on those 4 hours. And it's just, I think that is really, because then I also felt like, well, when do we get to like watch a movie together? Or when do we get to, you know, do anything fun? So I think that also helps to, maybe you just gotta like chunk out your days differently so it doesn't feel so overwhelming, because we both have full-time jobs. And it's not just this. We would love it for it to be just this, but we also have full-time jobs. And so we're trying to sustain this and then put everything we have into this, but then everything we have also goes to work. So
yeah, so much of, I feel like our heart is in this, but like our brain has to be at work for 8 hours a day. And sometimes these people be taxing. Sometimes they just
all the time
really are emotional vampires. And at the end of the day, it's just, you're done. You've got nothing to give to nobody else. And I know that there's like a separation that needs to happen with work where it's like, oh, you're not taking from me emotionally, or like, I don't know how that can happen because, you know, we deal with people in both of our jobs. And so it's like, if it was just data, okay, great. I'm just working off of these spreadsheets. But we interact with people who then affect our mood throughout the day. And we're having to remind each other, like, just shake it off. Just put it down, walk away from it, and just like breathe it out. Because if you take it with you for the rest of that day, you're done. People can ruin things for you really fast.
Can. It is. Yeah, I'm working through my own, I don't know, struggle with. A lot of it has just been, you know, working a job that I don't like, and it's actually the best job I've ever had. But for me, seeing late in life, I'm going to be 33 next week. And it feels late in life, I know, but I went down I went down the wrong career path. I should have been doing creative work. Now it's too late. Now we want to start a family. Now I need to make sure I stay in my job. I can't even take the risk and like find something that I might be happy at. And that's been tough because, you know, when the job really drains you, and then the people also drain you, and then the job is a struggle for me, that in a lot of ways of like learning something that is just, I'm the kind of person that I'm going to do really great at the things that I'm actually interested in, and I'm not interested in any of it. So it's just, you know, it's a lot. I've been asking myself, like, is this really going to be my life forever? And I know I can't think that way. But it's just that like sick cycle of like, but it is going to be that way forever because you need to stay here in order to have the money, in order to have the benefits, all these different things, which I'm sure we all struggle with. But, this has been, with us coming back to the podcast and then to the, what's so interesting, you have to give me my time, babe. Because I can't see nothing.
Well, you see, I didn't set it up correctly. So it's counting in increments of, I think, 30.
But it is recording, right?
It is recording, okay. Yeah.
Well, we're just
like,
going to go.
I can't tell. I'm pretty sure we're at about 28 minutes.
Okay, we're just going to go. We'll try not to take too much of your time.
Actually, maybe I'm just reading that wrong. I think it is 28 minutes.
Okay. You're like, it's going in increments of 28 minutes, and then now it's at 29 minutes.
No, because
it's going in increments of minutes.
No, because I'm pretty sure what happened was I had looked down after we did like the little intro, and I saw that it was 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, okay, no problem. Has it really only been 8 minutes that we've been talking about like this?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, maybe. Wait. I don't know. But it's fine. It's going.
It's fine. It's going.
What was I going to say? The podcast. Okay. So this is what happened, guys. Let me tell you.
This is what happened.
We've been trying to come back since September 2023. Wait, did you have anything to say?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Since September 2023. Sorry, babe. I always do that to you. Okay. I'm getting excited here.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Let me take a sip of water.
Oh, guys, every time she's either making me bring something up into my nose or spit something out.
I'm sorry. Okay. So we told you everything that had been happening. Now, what the? Who's trying to choke me out? Okay. Okay.
Oh
I think I'm good. Okay. So then,
we've been trying to come back.
February.
Yes.
Okay. For sure we were going to come back. And then we're like, okay, well, maybe we'll come back. It always felt like we were pushing it. Like, okay, we'll come back in March or maybe April.
Yeah.
And then February is when we got snowed in. We were supposed to go to Vegas for Bridget's sister's wedding. We got snowed in and we had taken 2 days off. So we were home for 4 days. And that's when we're like, well, we're just going to work on the business stuff. Updated the website. Just changed some of the copy just to make it more clear of what our focus is. You should go check it out. We are nfno.com. And then, I think we were I heard that.
I don't know why. Every
That's
guys,
your big
if any
throat.
of you guys are doctors or anything, please tell me. I like how you think it's laughable that we would have doctors listening to us.
No, it's laughable that you want a doctor to
Instead of just
diagnose
going to the
you.
doctors.
But to diagnose you for loud swallowing?
No, I'm just saying. Why is it that every time I am swallowing, it's like
All the time though, or just
all the
right
time?
here?
Do you hear it?
I do hear it, but never all the time.
Yeah, because I'm on a microphone and it's going directly into your ears.
Oh, so all the time you feel that?
I'm wondering.
Ew,
Well, I don't know if I actually feel. Yeah.
Okay, anyways. So then we did all this stuff,
It is
all this
big throat.
updating. Big throat Bridget. And
Please don't make that a thing.
and so we did like a good chunk. I feel like we were like, okay, we're solid. Now we just got to update the podcast on the site. And we felt like we were in a good spot, but we were still like, but we'll come back in April. We have some like a trip coming up in April. Maybe we'll come back in May then, actually. That seems to make the most sense. And then I don't know what happened. Last week, I went on to check something. I don't even know why. Oh, no. Because we got an order.
No.
Yes,
It was
yes.
Instagram first.
I felt
Oh, no,
that
we got
sounded
an
like
order.
Chewbacca. I just...
Chewbacca.
Yeah, because I said yes, but it sounded like Chewbacca.
Okay, yes. We got an order and I was like, spam, obviously.
Yes,
This is
Bridge thought it was a
definitely gonna be
fraud.
yeah, so if you were that person that just recently got their package, definitely thought you were like fraudulent. Because, you hear about these people who like, they'll order stuff and then like cancel it and say, oh, it's fraudulent. And then it messes
I've never
everyone
heard
up.
of that.
Oh, yeah. You don't follow business talk then, do you?
I don't. Maybe I shouldn't
Anyways.
because that's going to make me
That's going to
sus.
paranoid you. But yes, we got the order.
Oh, now?
Yes.
Okay.
You can talk.
And, okay, so we got the order. And then, so I was excited. I was like, oh my gosh, we randomly got an order. Meanwhile, we haven't come back. We haven't posted anything. Our Instagram has been
Bare.
dead since, I don't know, how long.
Tumbleweeds.
For a year at least, probably, right?
Yeah.
And
I think the last thing we posted was patchwork in
Okay.
23.
so I was excited. I was like, oh, this is great. Maybe because I updated like the website, maybe the search SEO or something, like it helped it. And Bridge is like, I don't know if that's a real person. It's probably fraud. I'm like, oh my God.
I didn't tell you that right away though.
No, but she was like,
kind of like,
and I was like, okay, like maybe I should be, and so, so then I was like, well then, so she's kind of off in her own world and she's like kind of down. She decided actually, I'm going to food prep instead of packaging up this order. I'm going to food prep.
well, no, listen, the day was Sunday. I was already food prepping.
Yeah.
We
but
got
she's
the
like,
order and I was like, well, let me go finish doing what I'm doing and then I'll pack
and then
it up.
add more. And then she extended her food prep and like, let me look at the fridge and pull out other things because I actually think it's a fraudulent charge. And so, so I'm just like, well, I actually think it's pretty great. I don't know. So then I go on Instagram. I was like, well, let me just go to the business page to see. That's kind of random. Maybe we accidentally. Is anyone also scared they might accidentally post a titty on Instagram? Because I'm always afraid of that. And I never take any nudes or anything like that. But I'm always just like, I'm listening to music in the shower. And so I'm always afraid I'm pushing something when I change it or something like that it's like, oh, there's a titty, like, and then I'm gonna open my Instagram one day.
Her thing is, are you on Instagram Live?
Yes,
Never in my life have I gone on Instagram Live, but are you on Instagram
never
Live?
know. So I'm always afraid that there's
This
something
is true.
out there. So so I went on there because I thought maybe I posted a titty, and and it was for our domesticated dyke poster, which is a titty. And so actually is one on there? No.
There's no,
no.
But there's other stuff on there that are titty.
But I just thought that
adjacent.
maybe, that should actually be our
Titty
pop up.
adjacent.
Okay, anyways.
Pop
Sorry,
up.
guys. So dumb. Okay, so you're distracting me from my friends.
I'm not even saying anything. You're
That's the problem.
distracting yourself.
Okay, so
Titties.
yes. So then I saw that we had like 10 followers or something, all within the hour.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's weird. For sure. That's my titties out.
She
Okay.
said she was in the corner. I was prepping. She was like, did you post something on Instagram? And I was like, no, which you had just posted something on Instagram.
Oh, we did. Uh-huh.
So she,
On
like
my
her
personal
personal
one.
one. So she thought, oh, maybe I did it like to the wrong one. And then I was thinking to myself, did I post titties to the wrong one?
To the wrong one? Yeah. Your family does not want that either.
No, she didn't. I didn't. There are no titties.
I like how
to
like
be
you
seen.
thought about it though. Did you see something over there?
I can't see. Yeah. It like lessened, it darkened. So I'm like, hopefully it's still going.
There's a red light.
True.
Okay. So anyways, what was I saying? Okay. Yes. So I'm sorry. I'm getting to the point here eventually. What happened is, someone had posted our poster, the domesticated dyke one, in the shot. It's actually Katie O'Brien's wife that so kindly posted and did a shout out for us, because Katie's, I think she was like washing dishes or something, and then our poster's hanging in the background, which is so sweet of her to do that, because someone also in the comments had found us because I don't think at first we were tagged, and then when they realized people
were asking about the poster.
Oh, the poster, that's right. And so someone so nicely also found us, tagged us, and so then she went in, she edited it to tag us in it. So then that's when people were actually directed to our page. So that was really kind of both of those people that did that for us. And so from then we, like, that's how we got the order. And then we got a couple of follows, and then we've gotten, so it's been a week and we've gotten 5 orders, which has been really great because we've
6 now, right?
5 or 6. Yeah. And which has been nice because we haven't had any orders since 2023. And again, it's also, I don't want to blame it on anyone but ourselves, because we really haven't marketed it. So it's, it's not boohoo. It's really like, we kind of just gave up on ourselves, to be honest. But it really lifted our spirits. So immediately we got on, and it goes into my second point of, because we're talking about passion doesn't sustain us. And then also the second point with caring, like, are we caring about the wrong things in life? Because I kept saying, because I don't know really what happened, but we got on that night or the next night just to kind of say, hey, like, this is who we are. Thank you for buying from us. Thank you for the follows. We see you. So kind of like to reintroduce ourselves. But 2023 me, even 2024 me, and then anything before that would never get on Instagram and show my face.
It would have been a curated post of like pictures only, no video.
Maybe toes. I don't know. You never know.
Okay.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Unfortunately, I have. Your toes. Yeah, you for sure, like, it would have just been very polished, very like perfect, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. And then but I was like, well, let's just get on and let's just introduce ourselves. That way, because we were already gearing up to come back, we were just like, oh, we weren't expecting it to happen now, and we haven't even posted anything. So, and then I felt like, well, if people wanted to follow us or they came and they saw some of the previous content, I want them to see like current content. But I was telling Bridge, because I just kept saying, I just don't care anymore. I don't care. And with posting us and posting my face and everything. And then I thought, I made an amendment to it this week. And I was like, okay, I want to stop saying I don't care anymore, because it's actually, I do care. I care so much about this. It's just, I'm not going to care about the wrong things anymore. And so much of what's held me back is myself, because I feel like I'm just not an influencer. And I don't look like one. I don't present. Whatever it is that they do, I don't do it. And I don't want to do it. And so then also Bridge, I think, is more naturally influencery vibes. Are you good, babe?
Yeah.
I think you are. I think you're beautiful. I think you're charismatic. I think you're wonderful. I think you're everything. Okay. I feel like I'm not like curated nicely. And I don't know, like, how to be that way. And I just know how to be me. And I thought, well, let me just try that for a bit for everyone else to see instead of just behind closed doors. And so that, I think, has been a huge shift, because once we did it, once it was like, you know what, there are friends, followers, and maybe I just honestly, the idea of a negative comment or anything like that, I feel like, okay, like, but we're still doing our thing. Yeah. And I don't know. I feel different this time around. Even us having a podcast where I kind of thought, oh, is it embarrassing? Is it cringe that we have a podcast and it's not even popular, and we're nobodies and no one's probably listening to it? And then I just am reframing everything negative. I'm trying to reframe it positive, like a challenge for myself. Okay, you got it off your chest. That was negative. Now let's do the other side of it. Let's challenge you. Can you reframe it in a positive light? Yeah. And so the positive light for me was like, oh, that's actually really cool that as a hobby for fun, you get to do a podcast with your wife.
Yeah.
And
I like
okay,
that.
like, you know,
Yeah.
so like reframing thing, and it's a challenge for myself personally, because then I'll just go down a really deep spiral of like negative self-talk.
Yeah.
What about you?
Definitely. So I've been,
Are you good?
oh, I'm good. Yeah. I can't tell. So it goes to like a 46-minute mark. We're at 40 minutes,
Okay,
but it goes to like a 46-minute mark, and I'm not sure if it's going to cut off after that. I don't think it would.
we'll check it.
But yes, a lot goes into putting yourself online, and I feel like people do it so naturally, but I think that we care too much about the wrong things.
Yeah.
So yes, your amendment of I don't care about the wrong things anymore. And I feel like that's very fitting and very like good for us to keep in mind right now. Last night I posted to Instagram, and I was like, overthinking it so bad. But she was just like, just post it. You're fine. What was wrong with what you were saying? And I was like, I don't know, but like, what if this person thinks this? And that's just how I am naturally, just very anxious person. But it is just, okay, get over yourself.
Yeah.
And you're going to survive. If you wanted to say something, it was something for a purpose. So just say it. Just do it.
Not overthinking it.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at as well. I'm in the same boat with you.
Yeah, I would like to just do more of that.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that we had talked about too. Like, if I'm going to come back and if I'm going to do videos, I'm not doing skits. I'm not selling our relationship. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just popping on. This is what I got to say as it happens in real time. I don't know. I don't know what comes out of my mouth.
I was so surprised that you even did that, because you are so planned and so precise and so like on top of it, that for you, when you started talking, I was talking to you like, what the hell are you doing? Because what are you talking about? Because I think I was packaging the order when you started doing that video, and I was like, didn't realize that you were on the phone, and then I turned and I was like, oh, okay, this is happening now.
Yeah.
And then even afterwards, when I was like, do you want me to cut out that first part? And you were like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
I want to be genuine. And I want to let my freak flag fly. So, as they say, right? Is that what they say?
It is a saying. I don't know if you want
to let it fly in the wind.
Wonderful. This has been great.
This has been really great. There's much more to come.
Definitely.
I'm excited to see what we do here.
Sorry, I cracked my knuckle.
You
just saw my finger flip. Yes. Anyways.
Was there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think that's great. I love this. I love that we did it
too.
I was really nervous.
Really?
I was.
Like, because of me? Like, I'm a celebrity?
You always make me nervous, for sure.
Course,
yeah. So you want to tell me about your recs?
My recs are actually, I didn't have very much.
Me either. I only did like 4.
Okay. One rec that I have for music is by Joseph.
Okay.
Joesef.
Okay.
He just came out with a single 2 weeks ago, I think, called Stephanie's Place. So good. I love Joseph. I don't know much about Joseph, but I really love everything that he's put out. And I'm gonna look into him more, because it's always gotten me out of a really bad funk. And the second rec, which is food related, food and sleep.
How funny.
Beverage and sleep, maybe.
Okay.
So I, in my quest for a better schedule,
better sleep,
but because that is actually the problem, is that I would wake up late. So I have ADHD. I would wake up late. So this is how it goes. You wake up late because you're just miserable. You've had a terrible night's sleep because you wake up a couple times in the middle of the night. And you also go to bed about 1 to 2 a.m. in the morning. And then you wake up a couple times because you have a very small bladder and you can't control it. So, also, you didn't need to know the part, but I do have a very small bladder.
Incontinence.
Bridge is always telling me, have you done your Kegels today? I'm like, no, get off me. And so, the bad sleep, then my alarm goes off for like a normal 7-ish time. I do not want to get up. I've had a miserable night. And then I get up groggy. I push it as late as possible, 8-ish. And then feel like crap. All day I feel like crap. And then when I log off and I've had a day of like not focusing at work, distracted all day, just anxious, restless, then I finally log off 5-ish, 6. And then I just want to be thrown on the couch because I've had such a terrible day and I couldn't focus. And then I'll just find something to kind of wind me down. I know, the phone. Let me just go on the phone. And then I get lost in the moment and it's now 10 o'clock and I think it's time to take the dogs out.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it's 10 p.m. I don't know how that happened. And then we take the dogs out and then time to shower and get ready for bed. And I'm going to go to bed. And I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to go to bed right as soon as I get in bed. Or I could go back on my phone and then maybe even read my book for a little bit. But I should read my book first. But no. We're going to pick up the phone and we're going to go on the phone for 40 minutes. And then after be like, I was supposed to read. Mm-hmm. So then I'm going to pick up the book and then I'm going to read for about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. That is typically what happens.
And then it's like, oh, I think I should go to bed now. Look at the time. It's about 1-ish. And then I toss and turn until about 2. Anyways, all that to say, if you too struggle and if your day looks kind of similar, my mom has been telling me to drink chamomile tea because it helps her sleep like a baby. I said, that's for old people. I ain't gonna do that. And then I Googled this week natural remedies for sleep. Is it still recording?
Yes, you're good.
Natural remedies for sleep. Because my mom's wasn't good enough.
Yeah, she needed Google to verify. I mean, to be fair, we do need Google to verify most of our families.
But because I thought, well, maybe it works for my mom, but like, what about me? So then I saw
because Google's gonna know you better than your mom.
Okay, so then I saw I forgot even what article it was, but it was like 1 chamomile, 2 warm milk before bed. I didn't even read the other 3 because it was the 5 best remedies. I said, I got it. I'm going to do a chamomile latte before bed. Okay. So what I did, it was a lethal concoction. Yes. I recommend you try it Friday night if you have nothing to do Saturday. Okay. Because it was chamomile tea, like a normal cup of chamomile tea with like a splash, a generous splash. Generous splash. You're so dumb.
Why are you like an old timey sailor?
I don't know. That's actually beautiful.
Because you're no longer a pioneer girl.
Well, I still am that too. Okay, so but I warmed up the milk before I put it in, and let me tell you, I did not wake
did
up.
This to both of us.
I've been getting up at 5:45. That night, did I turn? I actually left the alarm on because I was going to wake up. I woke up to turn the alarm off and then I went back to bed. I was like in a deep sleep that it was like, oh my God, did I take something? I did. I took chamomile and warm milk.
Yeah.
There's
literally nothing in this house that you could take that would knock you out like that.
Vitamins.
What? I don't even know what words came out of my mouth right now.
That would knock you out like that. That's what I heard.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'll see.
Would knock you out.
Like my brain said
but
it,
I heard it come through.
Yeah. Like we don't even have NyQuil.
No, we don't. But that was actually, it was powerful. It was potent. Yeah. I endorse that if you have sleepless nights like I do.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be my thing. But I wouldn't do it like after like 9-ish.
Yeah, because then you got to consider going to the restroom in the middle of the night. Yeah. And, you know,
I did not wake up once.
A woman of a certain age. Yeah. These things are 32. Factors.
Yeah, but I didn't wake up once that night. Mm-hmm. I didn't have restless leg syndrome. I didn't go wide. Are you okay?
My leg said.
You see your big old slippers.
She calls them my Spice Girl shoes, but they're just the platform looking ones.
Yes, but you know when you were like 10 years old and you were drawing in like class, like art class.
Oh, you just drew the shoe like this and then like this.
Yes. That's what I'm gonna have to post it. I'm gonna have to post it.
If I was flexible, I would show you from here, but I am not.
So how'd you throw your back out? Well, we were recording for our podcast and my wife kind of did the splits on a chair.
Oh, I could just do this.
Anyways, at that point,
and it's not gonna happen anymore.
Take it away, love. What's your Rex? I only had 2. I'm sorry, that's all I had today.
What was your first one?
The song.
Oh. 20 minutes later.
But did I give an excellent recommendation? Yes, because a bunch of people right now are probably adding chamomile to their cart in Amazon.
Don't get it from Amazon. Just go to the market.
That too.
Yeah. I too only have a few Recs. However, I have 2 more than you.
Oh, you're better.
My first 2 are books. I recently listened to
What?
slow
I'm trying
motion
not
putting
to-
her big old cup down.
I know, but I don't know what else to do.
Okay, so I listened to The Sicilian Inheritance by Joe Piazza.
We did.
No, let me explain. I listened to it this last week, and honestly, it was not a book that I would typically go for. Right, I've been in like this real big fantasy romance type of genre,
Smart.
but
I'm sorry, it came out.
true. But I took like a quick break just to reset my brain, and this is like a real life, real time, real people type of thing, but also like a historical romance, and then like there's a lot going on in it. Twists and turns. Absolutely loved it. My first 5-star of the year. And I'm very surprised that it was this because I wasn't anticipating it. However, as Britt said, she also listened to it because I gave her a recap throughout the book. Like I want to say like every quarter, I was like, okay, so this I'm listening to this book and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And I told her like the whole saga, and she was like, oh my God, I love that book.
It was a great book.
It was a wonderful
I
book, and
recommend
she never
it.
read it. But it was also a lot of fun just telling you about the book and like recapping everything. I feel like this is the first book where I could be like, actually, and then like tell you everything.
Yes, I agree. Also, I felt like it was more interesting to me than other books maybe you've talked about.
True, because everything else is like very much, oh, well, bye YouTube. Everything else is very much fantasy world based. So like, I would have to build that world for you. And sometimes that's really hard.
Oh yes, I do see that too.
Yeah.
But I did feel like it was like a really like it came easy for you to tell me, and then maybe because there wasn't a ton of characters,
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, well, wait a minute, then I have to go back to this. Like it was
Yeah.
like a handful that I
Yeah.
could keep up with.
Yeah, definitely. The second book that I read is actually a graphic novel, and it's called Bloom by Kevin Panetta. It's beautiful artwork. Also, it is gay, and it is a love story, and it is also, I would say it's like YA, because it's like one of the characters is just graduating from high school, and then the other one I want to say is like only a year older. But it's a really cute story. And
That's what you told me about that you were reading.
when you fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. During one of Brittany's midday sleeps, I just was like, I'm going to read this. And it was probably one of the best options best picks for me to do. Best thing for me to do. Words are not coming to me right now.
But wait, okay, so if you kind of like talked about this one, the
Yeah.
Sicilian Inheritance.
Yeah.
You didn't give a quick rundown, just like a historical romance type of. I felt like I was interested in it because you gave me more context of it.
I did say that.
But what did you say besides that?
What do you mean?
Like, okay.
Oh,
is
you
this
guys
one-
want to know like what the book is about?
Well, I mean, like if you just want to do like a quick, like, can you do it in a minute?
No. So the Sicilian Inheritance is about a girl who has to travel back to Italy to fulfill like her late aunt's wishes to have her ashes spread through like her hometown basically. And then also it's a murder mystery, and it's also like, I feel like it's really a book at the end of the day. It is a book about women's power. And I did not know that. Again, I pick books based off of the cover and like a quick read of the synopsis. So I had no idea where this was going. It's told in 2 parts. Why part of it is a historical fiction is because it's also telling the story of her
Great aunt, you said?
her grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The story of her grandmother and how they immigrated to America and like all of the stuff. So it's telling the grandmother's story, and then it's telling modern day
Girl story.
Yeah, that's how I had to, because anyways.
Which I do love those kinds of stories
Yeah.
where it's like 2 being told at the same time.
Yes. There is another book that I had read recently that was of same type of book by Rebecca Yarros. I want to say it's called The Things. Give me 1 second. Vamp for me, baby.
This is me vamping. What does that even mean?
It means like,
Keep
The
going.
Things We Leave Unfinished.
Oh.
That was also a very good book. But I would say I probably like The Sicilian Inheritance more.
Yeah, that one did sound really good.
Yeah, it was great.
Based off of how I read the book through my wife, it was an excellent book.
Yes. So then I also have a music rec.
Yes.
It is Lionel Boy I think Britt might have showed me like one song of his, and then I have played his radio like nonstop. If I'm not listening to a book, that's what I'm listening to on
It's
Spotify.
a good radio, but
Very
it
good.
also is based off of the users.
Like listening preferences.
Yeah, but like your radio of him.
That's the only thing I don't like
I don't like that
Spotify.
either. Yeah, but maybe they're like, well, this person's like this, and this kind of falls under that, so we'll just recommend that. And but it keeps it interesting. But in general, his music is good.
And then my last rec is also a foodie rec. Well, beverage.
Ooh.
It is a brown sugar latte. I have been nonstop drinking these. Britt has been my barista, and I have absolutely loved it. We got back home, and we no longer had I think we finished our syrup, right? Which we usually use Pink House Alchemy. Their syrups.
I think I've always said Academy. It's Alchemy.
Yeah, Mama. Alchemy.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, now I'm wondering.
No, I think you're right then.
But yes, they are fantastic. I absolutely love them.
I love them forever. I love them.
But I've been a cheap lady lately, and I'm like, no, just make me like a quick latte and I'll be fine. So then I was like, you know what? Can you do a brown sugar latte? And she was like, yes. So it's been 2 months since we've been home.
A little under.
Okay. And that's all I've been drinking.
And it's been fine.
It's been
I do
wonderful.
love their syrups. Pink House, I got you. But it's been nice to we're trying to be better about not having so much of things in excess.
Yeah.
Because when we buy, because it's only online, so we would buy quite a few of the syrups and then just have it in the house. And then especially when people come visit us, we have it available. But we're just like, what do we have here in the house that we can kind of go through? Because we weren't sure if we were going to move this year or move next year, and just have minimal amount of things in our pantry. Yeah. And it's actually been really nice.
Yeah.
It's really, and it's nothing even fancy, guys. It's just literally brown sugar and cinnamon.
It is.
And then how I do it is I do majority of Bridge. I give her milk. She likes 2%. We were doing whole milk for a bit, but whole milk been messing with my whole so we had to scale it down. Okay. So we went back to the 2%. And it's mostly milk, and then I give her like a splash of half and half, and make her lattes with that. And then for me, I do.
It's what I was drinking.
I'm trying. Okay, so I would love to do non-dairy, but I just haven't found anything that I absolutely love, and I want to be better about like cleaner ingredients.
Yeah.
But again, it's a journey.
That's the disclaimer, because while doing non-dairy is very easy, finding clean non-dairy, minimal ingredient non-dairy that is as creamy as either milk or the one that we used to love that we're not going to name.
She don't go here anymore.
She don't. That's very hard. Everything non-dairy that's minimal is not going to have those emulsifiers, which makes it really foamy. It's not going to have like the sugar content and everything like that. So it's like, oh, this is a cup of coffee. Like maybe you'd use it. You don't even, I mean, when you have regular coffee, you don't even put like anything in it anymore.
I do brown sugar.
Oh, like regular? Yeah. Well, when was the last time you like got a cup of coffee?
Oh, like a cup. Oh yeah. I'm actually looking at the bag that I've been telling you I'm going to make for you.
Promises.
Yeah, we usually have an espresso, but I got a bag of coffee, and I've been supposed to be making my wife a cup.
I'm pretty sure you got that a month ago.
Okay. Anyways, guys, I hope you don't also get yelled at by your partner. So that's all it is. And it's been really nice and easy to make,
to manage too.
Yeah, it's because
very few ingredients.
My wife is spoiled. She likes, she every day too, she puts on a show. Does anyone else deal with this too? Every day she'll be fine, right? And then when
fine. No. I am fighting for my life.
No. And then when it's about the time where we have a coffee, then it's like, okay, you ready for a coffee? She goes from being fine to like, yeah, like all of a sudden the mood just dropped. Like, oh, she's like tired. No, she's giving me tired. And then, and it's like, okay, so I get up and I'm like, okay, is it going to be like, do you want a triple today or do you want just a double? Like, you know what? Give me a triple, because I'm just really...
By triple, she means 3 shots.
Yeah.
Of espresso.
I'm just really struggling. Okay, but that's funny because your voice actually wasn't that low. like 15 minutes
Have we
ago.
not discussed that I am Brian most of the time?
But anyone else that's like when you're about to have coffee that you actually give your best performance yet.
The disrespect.
Yeah, I'm just really struggling. You can have coffee and be excited for it. You don't have to sell it to me that you're struggling.
Listen, how else will I get my
I know.
triple?
That's true.
She almost gave me a quad the other day,
You
and I said, "You know
asked
what?
for it.
Pause, pause, because I'm gonna be nutso in here."
That's true.
Yeah.
But
All
that's
right.
pretty much all we have. We are back. We if we leave, we will have scheduled absences. You will know about it in advance. This is about the consistency year and being here, showing up, even if we're not motivated, even if we're not enthusiastic, even though I would argue that we are always enthusiastic for you guys. It's just
Not so much motivated.
not so much consistent, but we are here.
Yes.
And we are back next week.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
Yeah.
listening.
Thank you so
And
much for
watching
being
us.
patient with us too.
Yeah.
All right. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Should I check the phones?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Forgot about that.
Baby, you're the cutest little bitch.